Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nahdzia Alya Muqsith with the student number 2052417. I am from class TBIG A, and this video I make for midterm exam of MSE or Metodologi Studi Islam course. Okay, hello everyone. When we talk about religion, we often get stuck on what we're supposed to do. But have we ever asked ourselves how we can understand religion itself in a scientific and in deep way? This is where we need what is known as the methodology of Islamic studies. Etymologically, the word methodology comes from the word method, so the meaning of method is way, and logos, the meaning of logos is science. So it is not just an instant solution, but rather the science of how we can reach understanding. The study of Islam itself is a systematic and conscious effort to examine Islam from various perspectives, not only as a faith but also as an object of scientific knowledge. In this modern era, the challenges for Muslims are increasingly complex. We need a methodology to bridge the gap between the unchanging sacred text and the ever-changing social reality. Without such a methodology, our understanding may become narrow or fragmented. Now, let's get to the fundamental question. What exactly is the role of religion in our life? Religion is not merely a matter of weekly or annual rituals. According to Clifford Geertz, religion is a symbolic system that shapes our worldview. It gives meaning to every breath we take. Ibn Khaldun, on the other hand, viewed it as a unifying force or a source of extraordinary social solidarity. So, if we examine this more closely, religion serves four primary functions. First, the spiritual function, which serves as our channel of communication with the Creator or the God. So the second is the moral function, acting as a compass to distinguish between what is beneficial and what is harmful. Third, the social function, which teaches us how to share and live in harmony. And finally, the psychological function, when the world feels so overwhelming, religion serves as a source of inner peace and mental strength that cannot be replaced by any material thing. So, what makes Islam unique? We come to know it through its characteristic and dimension. Uh, there are five key characteristics of Islam that we need to understand. The first is Rabbaniyah, the meaning that Islam originates purely from Allah, not from human thought. Secondly, Sumliyah. Islam is comprehensive. It governs everything from matters of etiquette at the dinner table or the rules of governance. The third is wasatiyah or moderation. Islam does not teach us to be rigid right-wing extremists or understand left-wing extremists. Islam occupied the middle ground, striking a balance between this world and the hereafter. Fourth and fifth are Insaniyah and Alamiyah, which affirm that Islam values humanity and is universal in nature, applying to all creation. All these characteristics are embodied in broad scope of Islamic teachings, from Aqidah as the foundation of faith, ibadah as a form of worship, to akhlaq, economic, and politic, all of which demonstrate that Islam is a comprehensive way of life. The development of Islamic scholarship did not happen overnight, it evolved over a long period of history. Uh, Beginning the time of the Prophet, it continued through the codification of the Quran and the compilation of the Hadith, leading to the emergence of major disciplines such as fiqh, Sufism, and philosophy. Centers of learning such as Baghdad, Cairo, and Andalusia once served as visions of the world. Interestingly, however, Islamic studies did not develop exclusively within the Muslim world. In the West, scholars employed critical historical and sociological approaches to analyze Islam from an external perspective. So, what about Indonesia? We have a truly unique model through Islamic boarding schools and Islamic universities such as UIN or IAIN. Indonesia has successfully integrated religious teachings with national values and modern science. This is what gives Islam studies in Indonesia their moderate and tolerant character. Islam as a cultural phenomenon. What does that mean? It means that when Islam enters to a community, it interacts with local tradition. Islam does not erase culture as long as that culture does not conflict with its fundamental principles. Consider how Islam in Java, Sumatra, or Bugis has its own distinct characteristic yet remains united in its creed. To understand this phenomenon, researchers employ various methods. These include the historical method for tracking past events, so the sociological method of examining how societies practice religion today, and the synthetic method, which combine the power of reason with the authority of sacred texts. Through this approach, we can distinguish between teachings that are not negotiable from good and those that are the results of human interpretation and can be adapted to the times. Okay, the study of Islam is not merely about becoming a religious scholar, but about becoming a wiser person. Through systematic study, we avoid blind fanaticism and superficial understanding. We are taught to remain steadfast in our principles, yet flexible in our social interaction. May this brief journey to theory, history, and culture provide us with a new perspective that Islam is a beautiful, scientific religion that remains relevant to anyone, anytime, and anywhere.